what is the message to the players since the weekend? Obviously it's not been an ideal start, but I guess you have to be balanced in terms of the difficulty, particularly in the last two games, and the fact that this is still so early.
Yeah, 100%. I think the benefit of having the day off straight after the game was really important for everyone involved. You know, the concentration levels required to play against Celtic. They test you for 90 minutes plus, and we definitely felt that in the two games we played against them. So to go away, refresh, and try and reset a little bit mentally, because it is a big challenge. And then for everyone to come back in fully focused on the challenge that lies ahead of us, which is an opportunity to get a positive reaction.
After the match at Celtic Park, you want it to be clear that there's standards that have to be met there. Does that have to be driven home, that guys are not guaranteed a place here, that there are certain elements of these performances that haven't met your expectations?
Yeah, I think everyone involved, though, we've always set standards every single day, on the training pitch every day, and I think that's something that nobody's shying away from, everyone involved. My frustration straight after the game comes from the fact it's probably the way the self-inflicted nature of the goals makes it harder to take. The one thing on reflection looking back is, like, Celtic are a very good team, and we just made it even harder for ourselves. It's been a tough start, but made it harder for ourselves with starting the game like we had done in the previous two games against them, giving ourselves a mountain to climb. But there is positives to take from it as well, which is what our job is as well, to make sure it's not just all doom and gloom. You need to take the positives from every game if they're there, and there definitely was. Certain improvement from the first game to the second game. A lot of teams 2-0 down after 15 minutes at Celtic Park could go right under. Credit to everyone, they didn't. Stayed well into the game, started the second half well, and then obviously what happened in the second half happens. But that's the positives to take from it. And then that's the message coming back in on the Tuesday once everyone gets back together again. Yes, we go over the areas we need to improve from, but everything quickly changes towards Dundee, and a full focus on how we get the best possible chance of getting a positive result there.
Do you see in the guys day to day out here that gives you that confidence that it's getting there? Do you look for a reaction almost to these results? Yeah,
I think the reaction's there. Nobody makes mistakes on purpose. Nobody wants to lose games of football. It's never nice. As a player or a coach, or now as a head coach, it's not great when you lose games. That feeling's not there. You always want to reflect and make sure that doesn't happen again, or you try and reduce it as often as you can. We are going to lose games of football, that's natural. It's learning from it as quickly as you can and trying to improve everybody to make sure that it happens less often.
Well, you made with Dundee, they've caught a lot of people's eyes with the results, with the performances, and a lot of goals about them as well. Yeah,
Tony's done a fantastic job up there. They've started really well. As you said, they've scored lots of goals. Really high energy team. Force you to defend a lot of good footballers on the team as well. So listen, we're well prepared for what we're going to face. But also, I know Dundee will be expecting a real tough game from us, that's for sure, and that's something we need to make sure we start the game as well as we can. The game plan's in place to try and win the 3 points, and that's everything that full focus on at the moment.
How significant to get this game at home, and I suppose the comforts of playing at Easter Road when you're looking to I guess, try and get the season started now?
Yeah, well, listen, all you can do is worry about things in front of you. As I've already mentioned, it's been a tough start, made tougher for ourselves, but at the same time, there's a lot of positives. I say it a lot. The squad's taking shape all the time now. The players are getting spending more time with myself and the staff and the way we want to work. So the opportunity of the weekends is another chance to go and try and put that into practice. And as I say, I'm delighted with where everybody is physically. Everyone's getting there as well. So I'm really looking forward to the game now.
Is Ewan or Junior Hoyle close to being involved?
They're getting closer every day, progressing really well, but this game comes too soon at the moment. They both won't be involved this weekend, but I'm delighted with their progress. They're moving well every day on the grass, starting to integrate them a little bit into low-level stuff with the group, so hopefully that'll just be days rather than weeks for them.
Any others in or out from last week?
Not everyone else is available, so it's a healthy squad.
In terms of transfers, anything close at all, either in or out?
No, listen, that's something we're always looking to try and do in terms of if something's available to try and strengthen the squad. I say that many times whilst the window's open and other things happen as the window comes towards a close, there'll be more and more movement all over the place, and the domino effect naturally happens. So we just need to be ready that if something does come available that the club that we think makes us better, we would try and do if it's possible, and at the same time with outs, if it's something that suits everybody involved, then I'm sure there will be movement between now and the end of the window.
Kevin Nisbet's name's been bandied about this week in terms of a few Scottish clubs potentially being linked. Obviously he's played here before. Is there any potential for something to happen there?
Oh, listen, that's just speculation. I think Nizzy's obviously done brilliant when he was here. I know him really well, done really well when he was here. Got his move, which he fully deserved at the time, and I think I've not spoke to him since, but obviously I've been made aware of the speculation in the week about I'm looking to try and come back to Scotland, but that's all it is for me.
Just on a side note, I don't know if you've had a chance to look at the SFA review earlier in the week about the youth development in terms of integrating 16 to 21 year olds into the first team in Scotland. Basically, Scotland lagging behind other nations apparently. Craig Levine said this morning that a big part of the reason is that managers are scared of losing their jobs, basically. I mean, there's a new coach coming in, trying to make your way. How do you view trying to integrate young players into the first team?
Yeah, I think, listen, I understand both sides to that. I think, firstly, especially at Hibs, I think we've always had young players running around the first team. I've encouraged that every single day. You see it in practice at the moment with Rudy Molotnikov getting his opportunity early on. Rory Whittaker last season coming through, he's done really well. You know, there is always an emphasis on trying to produce your own players, which is why we've got academies, which is why there's so much investment put into it, why this building's as good as it is all for the future of the football club. So I'm all behind trying to promote youth as much as you possibly can. They also need to be good enough and ready to go and do that. So it's about being probably as proactive as possible, and if possible I would always try and promote the youth as much as you can.